Yeah, so what's up with Lamia, Shayne? Did she see you last night?
No, she sent me a CD saying, email saying she was over at the Cape, We were busy, so I waited about half hour. Then I trotted over there. She was gone, that's all.
Oh.
And then she sent me out and said, I have to have dinner with someone tonight. I won't see you, blah, blah, blah. But I love you very much.
So what's new at the Hotel Medicis, Shayne?
Well, new is not the word to apply to this hotel.
No?
The place is about 240 years old, something like that. Built
1780s the year.
Yeah, the last Louis, or the next to last Louis, was in power when they built this place. And you can see it on the first floor because it has a very high ceiling on this floor, which was allowed only in that period. So we can pretty well place it within 5 or 10 years of its being built. And it's been a hotel for people, mostly for pilgrims going from Paris to Portugal. There's a famous road of pilgrimage, the Rue Saint-Jacques, goes by in front. And this hotel has been for pilgrims, or a pilgrim's hotel, and then a student's hotel ever since. It hasn't changed. 30 rooms now, but it probably had about 20 when it was built. They've chopped little rooms off of the bigger rooms and so on. So we're up to, 29 rooms. About 10 of them occupied by people who live here year-round in itsy-bitsy rooms, but at an itsy-bitsy price. The owner prides himself on having the cheapest rooms in the Latin Quarter so that people like me who don't have a lot of cash have a place to stay. What else?
Well, I'm curious about, the kinds of people who come to this hotel. Would you like to tell us a little?
We're all mad here. I mean, the nuttier you are, the more likely you are to get a room in this hotel.
What's the name of this hotel?
This is the Hotel de Medicis, or is it Hotel de Medicis?
De Medicis, I think.
Yeah, Hotel de Medicis. Rooms, cheap rooms for travelers, it says on the
cheap rooms for travelers. How did you happen to find this hotel?
Well, this is Daniel's second hotel in Paris. He had another one down on Rue Monsieur le Prince, and I followed him up here. He and Marie got rid of that one, came up here because they had more rooms up here. They could make a little more money, a little more work, but never allowed.
What was the name of that hotel?
Oh, the Hotel Stella. Beautiful place, but now closed down because the owner has radiation poisoning from the atomic tests down in the South Pacific that France did about 30 years ago.
No kidding.
Yeah, they're closed. I went in about a year ago and he told me he'd been poisoned by the, they had atmospheric H-bomb tests, right? Because of the big lies.
All right, so then you came up here.
Yeah, and I've lived here on and off for, a total of 10 or 12 years. Stefan over there has been in here at least a dozen years. Yeah, we've got, I don't think he's the champion. We've got a Brazilian artist upstairs.
What name does he go by?
Antonio, I don't know. Oh, his artist's name, who knows? He paints, I would say, very distressed paintings, Very long hair, but he's been here the most, I think 15 years.
What do people refer to him as?
Do you think this hotel has generated some wild stories? I mean, have wild things happened in this hotel?
One night,
and by the way, for those who aren't in the know, could you tell us our precise location, country, city, street, number, and things like that?
Well, Rue Saint-Jacques is the Park Avenue of Paris. It's probably the best address in the city. There's more expensive addresses over near the Bois and things like that, but in terms of living in the center of things, this is it, and the highest rents, I think, in Paris. So we're on Park Avenue here. We may have small rooms, but when we step out the door, we're at the best location in the world. We're on top of a mountain here. People don't know there's mountains in Paris, but there's actually, the French exaggerate the height of their hills.
So we're in Paris, France.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And this is the Hotel Medicis on La Rue Saint-Jacques.
214 Rue Saint-Jacques.
Ah, bah, très bien.
And as I said, there's a courtyard behind the hotel. They used to bring carriages in there in the days when people traveled by carriage.
No
there
kidding.
Were stables and the whole business.
Let's take a look at that courtyard.
Yeah. It's a mess, I'm sure.
I'll just pass.
Well, that's great.
We're sitting in the loge of the hotel, which is up one floor, what the Americans would call the first floor. And but the loge, it's a place where if you live here, you can sit and watch the TV if you like TV, or you can just sit and talk to your friends, and kind of a social spot here.
It is kind of a social spot, isn't it?
And wonderful, I wouldn't say parties in here, but certainly reunions and discussions and battles and so on. And since people are allowed to leave their luggage over in the corner while after they've checked out before their plane leaves, we often have people coming through dragging bags across.